A terrifying nightmare becomes a reality for the Fox family as Chelsea's murderous former partner, Gray Atkins, sets a sinister scheme into motion from prison, using his grandmother Sheila and fellow inmate Ian Beale to carry out his twisted revenge plot. Since arriving in Walford earlier this summer, Sheila has gradually formed a closer bond with Chelsea and Jordan. However, Chelsea remains completely unaware that Sheila has secretly been working alongside Gray and has been making visits to him behind bars. Gray's desire for revenge against Chelsea stems from her involvement in his imprisonment in 2022, when he was sentenced for 3 murders. His sinister plans receive an unexpected boost when Ian is jailed for drink driving and ends up being placed on the same prison wing as Gray. Gray soon begins manipulating Ian, who already has his own reasons to resent Chelsea. She refused to give a statement acknowledging her part in the accident that resulted in Ian accidentally running over Jordan, the son of Chelsea and Gray. Next week, Gray takes advantage of the situation by offering Ian protection inside prison in exchange for convincing Chelsea to come and see him. Ian initially refuses to become involved, but mounting pressure eventually forces him to reconsider. Despite her family's concerns and attempts to change her mind, Chelsea eventually agrees to visit Ian. After Kim Fox offers to take care of Jordan while she is away, Sheila seizes the opportunity and secretly takes the young boy. Kim and the rest of the family are left horrified when they discover that Jordan has disappeared. Their suspicions quickly turn towards Sheila, leaving them fearing that she has carried out the abduction as part of Gray's dangerous scheme. Meanwhile, Jack Branning learns about the developing crisis while visiting his wife Denise Fox in the hospital's cancer ward. The local police officer immediately begins trying to establish where Sheila could have taken Jordan. However, while Jack is distracted, Denise decides that she cannot simply sit back and wait. Determined to act, she teams up with Kim and vows that they will track Sheila down before the police can reach her. With Chelsea still at the prison and unaware of the chaos unfolding back in Walford, Ian gradually understands that Gray has drawn him into something far more sinister than he expected. Realizing the danger he is facing, Ian desperately urges Chelsea to leave immediately. Unfortunately, by this point, the situation has already spiraled out of control, and a terrifying incident soon erupts, putting Chelsea and Ian in serious danger. Will Denise and Kim manage to locate Jordan before it is too late? And can Chelsea and Ian escape from Gray's deadly revenge plot? EastEnders' fears grow for Nicola as pressure intensifies after difficult decisions. Nicola Mitchell has plenty to deal with in upcoming EastEnders episodes, but the pressure surrounding her is about to become even more intense. Since making her Walford debut in 2024, Nicola has always been fiercely devoted to her sons, Harry and Barney Mitchell. She has also recently welcomed a baby daughter, Ivy, with George Knight, adding another major responsibility to her already complicated life. Earlier this year, Nicola found herself caught up in an extremely stressful situation when George's adoptive father, Eddie Knight, returned to Walford and began using blackmail to put her under pressure. Life has certainly not become easier for Nicola since she settled into Walford, and the challenges appear to be piling up. As Rhea struggles to adjust to her surroundings, Eve Panesar Unwin decides to offer some support, encouraged by Nicola to help the youngster settle in. During the week, Eve pays Nicola a visit, and the pair find common ground as they discuss their difficult and damaged relationships with their parents. However, Nicola quickly changes the subject when she spots Harry arriving. With the anniversary of her father's death approaching, Nicola decides to keep herself occupied by organizing a birthday celebration for Kojo. She throws herself into preparing for the party, but those closest to her cannot ignore the concern that she may be taking on far more than she can realistically handle. Unfortunately for Nicola, there is little chance of her life becoming calmer anytime soon, as EastEnders has confirmed that several members of her family are preparing to make their way to Walford. Fans already know that Nicola has a strained connection with her relatives and has deliberately maintained her distance from them because of the troubled childhood they experienced together. Nicola is known to have at least one sister named Gemma, who was reportedly their mother's favourite while they were growing up. The sisters endured an abusive father, while their mother often held Nicola responsible for his violent outbursts. Gemma was apparently present alongside Nicola when their toxic father died, with the moment leaving a lasting impact on the family. After Gemma was repeatedly mentioned throughout the soap, viewers will finally meet the previously unseen sister when she arrives in Walford with her husband Ned and their son Ryder. They will not be arriving alone either, as the family group also includes their mother Rose and Nicola's younger sister Jodie. Executive producer Ben Wadey has welcomed the new Hawkins family to the square and has teased that their arrival will bring plenty of emotional turmoil and dramatic developments for popular character Nicola. He said the Hawkins family will make a strong addition to Walford. Although the relatives have an incredibly strong bond and remain fiercely loyal to one another, years of complicated family history, combined with Nicola's long-standing estrangement, have created deep divisions that have yet to be repaired. The producer also hinted that the team has major plans in store for the family and expressed excitement about introducing them to EastEnders viewers. EastEnders attack mystery takes new turn as fresh evidence emerges and Ross loses his patience. Joel was sent to prison earlier this year after violently attacking his stepmother Vicky Fowler, but after completing his sentence, he returned to Walford earlier this month. His comeback was far from welcomed by the residents, especially Avani Nandra Hart and Amy Mitchell, who have both personally witnessed just how dangerous Joel can be. Although Joel insisted that he was now a changed man, those around him remained deeply suspicious, particularly because of the disgusting attitudes towards women he displayed only months earlier. When Will Mitchell and Barney became concerned about the situation, the group eventually returned around 45 minutes later, intending to release Joel. However, they were horrified to discover him unconscious after apparently being struck heavily on the head. The shocking discovery triggered a police investigation, with DC Craig taking charge of the case. He questioned the teenagers about everything that had happened before the attack, but each of them maintained that they had nothing to do with Joel being injured. Things became even more suspicious when a frightened Barney later approached Harry and asked him to help conceal a wrench. This immediately raised questions over whether Barney could have been involved in the assault, although the mysterious weapon could also turn out to be a deliberate distraction from the real culprit. In upcoming scenes, Barney finally opens up to Zach Hudson and reveals that he noticed Nugget behaving strangely on the night Joel was attacked. Meanwhile, Joel has been released from hospital and is once again back in Walford. Despite her concerns about having him around, Vicky suggested that Joel return to live with her and Ross. However, the couple soon receive an update concerning Joel's living arrangements, and something about the situation immediately makes Vicky suspicious. Vicky shares her concerns with Ross, who quickly reaches the same conclusion. The pair decide not to waste any time and head straight to the Vic to find out what is really happening. EastEnders airs from Monday to Thursday at 7:30 p.m. on BBC One, with episodes available to stream from 6 a.m. on BBC iPlayer.